Hello, how you doing? I'm finishing up my video that I just started. I am in the progress in progress of really upgrading my business as far as like the quality of my resources that I use and the quality of everything that I do. Right now, my business is really just based off of my insight, my humor, and my wisdom, and my relationship with God and my love for the truth, really. But I'm going to be upgrading everything. Everything's going to be better. So just hang in there with me. Right now, I'm having a little problem with the data on my phone. Excuse me, not the data, but the memory on my phone. And so I had to. This is part two of the video that I was just doing. I was actually going to start this video. When I started this video, I was going to report on Megan Kelly, but I'm going to do that a little later. What I really want to get into this time, and as a continuation of the video that I just stopped, that just stopped on my phone because my memory ran out. I want to talk about the media and what's going on in the media and how we need to be very, very careful these days. So I'm going to continue on with my thought there. And I was saying that I really don't know how much power the media really has in 2017. It's very powerful. I mean, it's right there in your face all the time. But we're inundated with so much data in a 24-hour day, that I think the impact of the media is lessened. And because we are fearfully and wonderfully made by God, I think we have become very good at processing the information and putting it into perspective. And as I was saying on my last video, on part one of this video, I was very shocked that the American people picked Donald Trump as president. I did not think that a Republican had a chance to win because the Democrats, they own the media for the most part. NBC, ABC, CNN, CBS, all of the major media outlets, the New York Times, the Washington Post. So if you're a newspaper, if you know the USA Today, if you are a media outlet, a big, huge conglomerate media outlet, if also, of course, Hollywood or Hollyweird, as we call them, all of these entities, the creative arts, music, art itself, all of these cultural things and media thing and news outlets, most of them are really heavily liberal. And I would also say anti-Christian. I kind of don't want to pull that into this right now, but it's very true. And so the thing is that I was shocked when our nation has been inundated over the past 30, 40, 50 years with such liberal slants and liberal agendas and lies and distortions. I was shocked. I didn't think that after 8 years of Barack Obama, I'm like, I mean, America got it wrong in 2008 and they did not correct it in 2012. I mean, I have no hope in the American people to pick the correct president because we had so much against us. But I couldn't believe it when Donald Trump won the presidency. I was like, wow, are you serious? Even though I thought that he was one of the few Republicans that had a chance. Is partly because the Republicans don't do a great job of marketing themselves, and Donald Trump did. But more so, the American people made the right choice, despite all of the media tactics. And as I was saying on part one of this video, There's a lot of fake news going on. There's a lot of news slanting, agenda agenda slanting, and then there's also regurgitated news, where you see the same article over and over again on different websites, and it's like, I just saw that title on another website, or I read the exact same article on another website. So you know that people are working in context with each other, and they're trying to create the news cycle. They're trying to put out an impression out there. So you got to be very, very careful with that, because when people are doing that, you're like, okay, so I mean, it could be used for good, but it could also be used for evil. It's a tactic, it's a strategy, and you need to ask yourself as a human being, why are people doing this for? Why, as I was saying on part one of this video, I've seen a lot of articles online, and it's talking about Megyn Kelly, how, NBC is going to fire her, and talking about her ratings. And I mean, she's just been on the job for 3 weeks now, for like 3 or 4 weeks now. And so, but you can see from the left and from the right, people are trying, they're really trying to hit her. They're really trying to bring her down, you know. So I'm not going to go into that on that video. I mean, on this video. What I really want to talk about more is actually the media, and how we need to be very, very careful about it, these days. You know, and I just made up a term, regurgitated news. Because again, you see these articles on different websites, and it's the same exact article. Tyra Banks was one of my interests because of the business that I do. And so I see all these regurgitated articles about Tyra Banks, you know, or about the South China Sea, or other different things that I'm very, very interested in. And so it's like, okay, there is an agenda here. You know, they want you, and Megyn Kelly's case, people want you to be, they're trying to put a lot of pressure on Megyn Kelly. They're trying to put a lot of pressure on NBC. And I think it's not fair, you know what I'm saying? But it's only because I'm aware, when I see these articles, I'm aware of what people are trying to do, or I'm trying to figure out, well, what are they trying to do here? So it makes me very, very wary of anything. But I want to just encourage people also to use your brain. Be aware, use your brain. Jesus said, watch and pray. He told his disciples at a very important time to watch and pray. So we have to be very watchful and very prayerful, and understand that anybody can get on the internet and write an article. And even our our so-called best news outlets, most trusted news outlets, etc., they are engaging in these tactics of fake news, of regurgitated news, of news slanting, where they're only going to tell you one side of the story. They're not going to be fair. They're not going to be honest. They're not going to just give you the news. No, they have an agenda with what they're going to talk about. But actually, again, I think that this article from TheWrap.com is actually pretty fair. It's pretty fair. But when you look at the picture that they that they did of Miss Megyn Kelly, it's like, okay, come on, you could have picked a better picture than that. And when you look at the title, okay, just how lackluster are Megyn Kelly's NBC ratings? Okay, it could be just trying to get clicks, but at the same time, There's a lot of different ways that you could have said that that could have been interesting other than that. So it tells me that this company, and I don't know a lot about the rap.com, but I would assume that this company has an agenda against Megyn Kelly. Also, when you read down a little bit at the very end of the article, it's kind of funny how they end the article. And it's kind of also, it sounds like to me that they have a slant. They have a agenda slant, but again, I give them very much a lot of credit because they're very, very fair in this article. But I think it's unfair to bring up her ratings within 3 weeks of her starting on the job, and they kind of hint on that also. But yet they decided to write the article. They wanted to take their time. They felt like it was important enough to take their time to write this article and to post it on their website, and for millions, for thousands and hundreds of thousands and perhaps millions of people to actually see. So you have to ask yourself, why would they do that? Maybe they just want to make money. I don't know. Maybe they have a political agenda. I don't know. You know, but it is what it is. You know, it's not going to destroy Megyn Kelly. It's not going to, but will it make an impact? I don't know. Maybe it will. You know, maybe it's just the straw that will break the camel's back. Maybe it's going to get a ball rolling that's going to cause her to, under all the pressure and the actual numbers, maybe it will lead to her leaving her job or being fired or being put in another position at NBC. Who knows, you know? But I think a bigger issue, because again, I'm not going in on the actual Megyn Kelly controversy right now on these videos, because I'm going to be making another video that will be focusing more specifically on that. But this is more just about the media and how we respond as human beings and citizens of our great nation, the United States of America, to what's going on in the media sphere. You know, as far as there is a lot of fake news out there. There is a lot of regurgitated news out there, and there is a lot of media slant out there also. So we really need to be careful as we go along, and be careful on what we click on, not to be really giving these people a platform, you know. And we as a people really need to clean up the media. We need to hold them accountable, and we need to clean them up. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy that I believe that people are making the right decisions. And we do have a lot of different media outlets to choose from these days also. There are a lot more conservative outlets, but conservative doesn't always mean good, you know. you know. So yeah. I thought this was a very, very interesting topic to go into. And so I hope you enjoyed it, and please give me your feedback. What do you think about the fake news that's out there today, the regurgitated news, and the media slant? Do you think that people are actually falling for it? Do you think it is really working? Do you think that people actually don't know that it is actually fake news? Because to be honest with you, I was one of those people at first. I did not realize that some of the articles that I was actually clicking on was fake news. Or it had such a slant to it, etc., etc. I didn't know that at first, and then I was like, hold on for a minute, is this a real outlet here? You know, and it took me months to catch on to it. You know, so how do you feel about that? Do you think that it's really having an impact on people? Are they actually reading things and not actually knowing that they're fake? It's kind of like the tabloids have become like actual news these days. You know, just like your Jon Stewart's and stuff like that. You know, I mean, it's comedy, you know, but people are taking it as actual news. Your Bill Mahers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Huge media slant, and it's comical. but people are actually, taking it as actual news and giving value to it, instead of just making it entertainment, you know. Or are people like me sometimes giving Bill Maher and the Jon Stewarts, well, the ex Jon Stewarts of the world, are we giving him too much power? And I forgot the what is it, the Stephen Colbert's of the world. Are we giving them too much power? And actually, are they actually folding in on themselves? I think that might be happening a little, also. Although they might be popular, I think that these news organizations, they're folding in on themselves, and I'm glad that people like President Trump are exposing them as what they are: fake news. Donald Trump is a genius, guys. I'm telling you. He really made the term fake news popular, and that's exactly what is going on. Fake news. New York Times, the failed, the failed newspaper. Come on now, he's really calling these people out. He's being really smart about it. But also on the conservative side, we have some people who are, they're very into media slant. Some of them are into conspiracy theories. Some of them are into fake news. Some of them are into just trying to get people all riled up and stuff like that. Going down rabbit holes and stuff like that. And so we have to be very, very careful these days. And we have to create news with integrity, you know. So my name is Cedric, and I'm doing this post for Pactivity1620.com. That is my website that I run. It gives you news, fresh insight on the news and what's going on in politics and in life also, from a Christian conservative point of view. But that means, for me, it means integrity. It means truthfulness. It means trying to be as fair as I can possibly be, but also being bold when I have to be, and being strong, and being helpful. So I hope that this helped you. I hope it was also entertaining. Please leave a message on this video, and I will be in touch with you soon. Have a great day. Bye bye.